Alright, so we're back with yet another fantasy edition, this time with the ESL Pro League Season 18 Group A. Now, want to keep this as short and sweet as I usually do. Want to keep that attention span nice and short here. Don't want to give you too much to focus on. I'm going to give you a few options here with the teams, but just looking at the bracket, I think Vitality is the obvious choice to target on from this side of the bracket. Astralis could pose a problem. I think they're gonna breeze past Nip, who have not looked good online, and I don't think they're gonna improve their game online either. So I think Vitality and Astralis go through here, but I still think Vitality are too strong for Astralis at this point, and they can beat them. And I think that's the obvious team to go for, as I'm going for the the fantasy points across the season. It's a long season, and you have to pick the choices you believe in. Now on the other side of the bracket is a bit more difficult. I think Gamer Legion and Fury are going to breeze past their opponents in round one. Then it gets difficult. I think this group all boils down to which team you believe more in here. Furia or Gamer Legion. Now, right now I'm leaning towards Gamer Legion. They've been playing better on LAN. Furia haven't quite yet gotten used to their new lineup and setup. So I'm still not 100% sure which way I'm gonna swing on that one, but for now I'm on Gamer Legion. And then I'm thinking Vitality to take the upper finals here. The lowers could go either way. Astralis could go through. I'm not gonna front, but their players are quite expensive, so it's kind of difficult to squeeze them into a draft. But I'm gonna present to you some options here. This is the first one. We're going big on Vitality, Magisk, Flames, or Sphinx. You can change that whoever you're feeling on the day. Now, Nealon is going to be prevalent in every single one of my drafts, as I think he's a good enabler. He didn't play bad in the last tournament in Gamers 8. So I think he is a fine pick, and he enables us to just choose the players we want, really. And then we have Fallen and Cello. The bad thing is, even if you're downgraded to Sphinx from Flames, you still can't afford Yuurih or Caserado. So this is my first draft. I think it's quite well rounded if you believe in Furia and you have big hitting players from Vitality. Then we have Mega Sphinx, Nealon again, as he's going to be in every draft, Acor, and Cello. This is more of a Gamer Legion heavy lineup. If you want to believe in them over Furia, which I am currently, I don't think this is a bad draft at all. Cello has proven to be a decent player, and if Furia pick up the pace, I think they could make a run in the lower brackets. But I was thinking about this draft for a long time, but I think I still want Zaibu in my draft. And here's the first one with him in it. Again, we have now this time around we have Apex to enable the Zaibu draft, Nealon again, Acor, and Yuurih. We upgraded on the Furia player, but we downgraded on the Vitality player. I think Apex has a good chance of getting some points against Orcs and potentially Astralis and Gamer Legion or Furia. It could be a repeat of the Blast tournament we had earlier this season, where he got like 60 or 70 points, which was insane value for money. And I don't think this is a bad choice at all. Then we have Apex, Saibu, Neil, and Caserado and Cello. Now, this is if you believe more in the Furia camp. As I said, this is more going to come down to if you believe in Gamer Legion or Furia. And we have Caserado and Cello instead of Acor and Cello. So it's pretty much pick your poison, whatever you believe more in. And as of right now, this is my final draft. It might change. We have Apex, Zaiwu, Nealon, Acor, and Yuurih. I think this is a high potential draft. Of course, we need Zaiwu to absolutely farm those points. Otherwise, we're going to be in big trouble. But I think Apex has a good chance of getting those points. Nealon, you know, we can expect some decent performances, sometimes maybe subpar performances, but I think he has a good chance of getting some points against some weaker opponents in the first round, and then maybe a weak Furia. It's wait and see on that one. A-Core as the main op, you know, the roles line up nicely. He has a big potential to frag out with his op role. And then we have one of the strongest players in Furia, Yuurih, who hasn't been too strong lately, but I think as he adapts into the system, he can play better. And I still prefer him over Fallen and Cello at the moment. So I think for the moment, this is what I'm going with. Let me know what you think as usual. You know, I would love to hear your opinions, conversation going back and forth. That's what we need in fantasy. You know, there's opinions. It's an opinion based game. Maybe some bias in there, but this is what I'm going for with as of right now. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching the video and stay fresh.